That I was too much in my head. I was self-doubting myself a lot. I was not taking actions, not doing the things that I knew that in order to be successful in my business I had to do. But I felt that I was not worth it. I didn't have anything useful to say. I thought that I didn't have time to add something else. I checked you out and we talked, and I understood that probably there was the last piece missing for me to be able to relaunch my business online. That was the reason why I took the course. And that was the most important thing. So I started putting out my articles and then some posts. So I started being visible. And of course, the more I started doing that, the more I felt more confident. And so I kept doing that. And I also landed a wonderful client from that. So that was amazing for me. I was able I got the proof that by being confident, I attracted the people that I want to work with. Best client ever, because she bought my most expensive program. So I was, okay, I like this. I'm gonna do it more. So that was amazing. Yeah. Understanding that I can really get out of my own way. With this tool that you gave us, if I keep implementing them, of course, it's not something that we do in the course and then you stop. You keep working on yourself, right? And then by getting out of my own way, I can do whatever I want. I was super skeptical, yes. Also because at the time I didn't want to have another thing to do, right? I was already following other courses. I was busy. I have 2 kids, and I'm like, and we had this conversation, and you told me, don't worry, it's just an hour or 2 a week. Can you do that? And I'm like, yes, of course, I can do that. And yeah, in 2 hours a week, I was able to have wonderful results. Of course, the thing that I got the most out of your course is that commitment is not enough. You need to commit to your commitment. And this was the thing that really changed everything, right? We can decide to do whatever we want, but if we are not really committed to that, and if we don't commit to that commitment, we're not going to get results. And I did commit to my commitment, and I got those results. So I know that I can do it again and again. The surprise is, I don't know if it's really a surprise, but it's that it's not so difficult. And I don't use difficult anymore as a word, but it can be very easy. You don't need so many courses on marketing and things. You just need to do the work on yourself, and then things will happen, really. You just mentioned the Nike ad, just do it. So don't overthink it, just do it because it's really valuable and it will really change your life. So I would recommend anybody to just do it and commit to do it, and you will have the results. And also the thing that made the difference too was the confidence, the audio confidence that you gave us. So every day listen to that. If you can do it morning and evening, it makes the difference. The work that you do is really important, and I suggest everybody to just take 7 weeks of their lives and see that they will change everything.
One of my first goals was to be confident doing interviews, and so far I've done 4 interviews, and I feel completely different about the others. I've paused now because I'm in the launch, but I feel completely different about the next set of interviews coming up. I feel like I'm worthy, I'm good enough, whatever will be, will be. So that was my first goal, was to be confident doing interviews. So I have completely smashed that, completely got that just in the first 2 weeks of the program. Second goal in this program was to have the confidence to go out and get myself a car. But I got a car, and because the place we chose was about an hour away, it meant that I had to drive for an hour in rush hour traffic on the opposite side of the road to what I'm used to bring the car home. So all the way through that journey, driving something new was, I can do this, try it for other people, as Lee says, try it for other people now. It's not in my vocabulary anymore. I can do this, I'm confident, I can do this. And even though I lost my way slightly, a couple of times I actually lost my husband who's in front of me, it kept the words in my mind where I can do this, I can get there, it's going to be okay. I'll survive. I can do this. I can drive. So it's I can, I will, and I did it. So I was saying I did it. So when I got home, I was like, I did it. I just drove for an hour in traffic in rush hour. I just wanted to share with you that 2 of my goals are already accomplished, and that's in 5 weeks of this course. And this is my next goal now. I'm working on that, playing with that. I can, I will, I did it.
When I started at the beginning of this course, my level of anxiety and social awkwardness was quite high, and going into the school playgrounds, that's one place that I particularly noticed a difference, because when things were better I realised how bad they had been, and this journey's just been amazing, and I've enjoyed every single module and every single minute, and all the bits in between as well. And now I feel in such a better place in terms of my confidence and ability to see the world, really, and my mindset. And I wouldn't have been able to do that without Lee's expert advice and guidance. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Lee, because it's been an amazing journey.
I knew from the beginning that, if I would want to claim my space in 2019, confidence is the bridge. Only if I will just get one thing out of this course, which is, those confidence hypnosis audios, that will be enough. Really, it's wonderful, amazing.
It's just amazing. First thing is just coming out from the session, this positive energy giving the session, right? Just a feeling and being empowered and ready to pass that energy to someone else. A key thing for me was just to as simply understanding that confidence is the key, right? Understanding it, and I'm being aware of it. I started feeling more calm, more happy, more empowered. Already last week, having the difficult situations which I would try to avoid, I was being able to challenge them and go through it without any difficulties. I think I am started to be able to challenge my bad thoughts again. Just being positive and makes me more happy and makes people around me more happy. So yeah, it's very, very good experience from last week until this week.
We just wanted to say that last night was absolutely amazing. I'm so grateful to be in the group, really, really grateful. I got so many insights and ahas. And I think the biggest thing for me is I am loved. I know I've heard this lots of times, and I say it to my own clients, and I feel loved today. So an interesting thing in my personal life, my son was experiencing anxiety leaving the house this morning because we've moved from Italy to Ireland, from Ireland to Italy, and my kids have had a few problems settling into the school over here, in particular my 10-year-old. And this morning he was just having a complete meltdown. He's been sick, so he's been off for 2 weeks. And I just held him. I had one hand on the front of his heart and the other hand at the back, and I just said to him, look, do you know what, Noah? All you need to remember is that you are loved. You're absolutely perfect. You don't need to be anything else or do anything else, that you are loved. I love you, your dad loves you, your sister loves you, your wider family loves you, and that's the most important thing. And if you just keep that in mind. Nothing else matters. People will say things to you, like some teachers have been a bit mean and there's a bit of bullying going on, and we're dealing with that. But I think that was the biggest message, that I actually gave him courage. His tears stopped. He stood up straight. I said, remember, you're stronger than you think you are. You can do this. You've got this. All of Lee's words I was using for my son this morning. So your repetition just goes in, Lee, and I think that's it. And I really believe I was able to just give him that support, and that has had a huge impact on my day, that he wasn't leaving in floods of tears, that he actually left in a good state of mind, and that left me in a good state of mind. And then just in terms of business, I've just done my 3rd interview today. Now, interviews were absolutely terrifying for me to do, and I've really pushed myself to do them. But today I just noticed a different level of confidence. I did go blank at one stage, but that was just because I didn't understand the question. But apart from that, I could feel a difference in me, that I didn't really care anymore. There was just a different, I was like, que sera, sera, whatever will be. I'm good enough. This is good enough. If it helps one person, that's okay. So I think the biggest thing for me, Lee, is your words and your repetition of them are just sinking in, and in a way that they have never done before, because I've read all the personal development books, I have done all the courses, I actually taught confidence at some stage myself, and I've NLP practitioner training, but for some reason, and you probably understand this better than me, your words just sink in, the way you say them, the message that you give, with your smile, with your heart. I can feel your genuineness, and I really felt as well that the group last night that you created was sacred space. It was really, really beautiful. I'm in a lot of online groups, and this is probably the first group in a long time that I'm not leading, that I'm in as a participant, and I feel 100% safe, taken care of, and able to show up exactly as I am. So really, really so much for everybody. I'm delighted to have started the programme.